Sunil Patil.
Yes, Sunil Patil ji, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
And good morning to all of you. At the outset, I sincerely apologize for joining late because I returned from camp at 1 o'clock and I'm extremely sorry, sir.
Yeah, no problem, sir. Thank you for joining again. So I
Sir.
think we should start with today's session. Namo Buddha, everyone. I welcome everyone for today's Dhamma session. My name is Sunil Patil and I am the host for today's Dhamma session. Today's topic for Dhamma session is Buddhist sites and monuments in Telangana. This is part 2 series of the Buddhist sites and monuments which we are discussing in southern part of India. So last week we discussed Buddhist sites and monuments in Andhra Pradesh. And today we are going to focus on Buddhist sites and monuments of Telangana. Let me introduce our today's speaker. Our today's speaker is Dr. Siva Nagi Reddy. Siva Nagi Reddy Amani underwent a 4-year training in traditional sculpture and architecture at Tirupati, took Master of Arts degree in Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology from Osmania University, awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in History from Hyderabad Central University, joined government service in 1978 in the Department of Archaeology and Museums, Government of Andhra Pradesh, successfully transplanted more than 100 historical temples and built more than 100 new temples all over Andhra Pradesh as per the Silpa and Agama Shastras, participated in many archaeological excavations and took up conservation of select Kakatiya temples in Telangana. He was conferred with the title of Vastu Silpa Vachaspati by Padma Shri Dr. V. Ganapati Stapati, received highest award Kala Ratna from Government of Andhra Pradesh in 2019. Worked as director at the National Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management, Gachibowli, and after his retirement in 2013, April, joined as director, State Gallery of Art, Madhapur, Hyderabad, and in APTDC as OST, Art and Culture, holding full additional charge OST, Silpa Ramas, Andhra Pradesh. Professor Reddy wrote and edited many books, 100 books and 500 articles on history, culture, archaeology, Buddhism, and tourism. Currently, he is working as CEO of Bleach India Foundation, formerly the Cultural Center of Vijayawada, and Amravati, established Mahalakshmi groups of companies. That's about today's speaker, sir. So we can start with today's session, and today's topic is Buddhist sites and monuments in Telangana. Over to you, sir.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for giving me such a great opportunity. I will now, sir, will you please help me that I am not able to share the screen. Some guidance I think I need. It is asking something, your email, etc.
Sir, you are already sharing your screen. We are able to see the screen with post attendee Zoom. So what you need to do is stop share.
Yes.
Now you choose this and you share again.
Take minute, sir.
We can see your slide now, sir. Yes.
Yes. Now, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. The CCV, the Buddhist heritage of Telangana. We can see.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now I will continue. Yes, I will continue. Yes. Yes, sir. Once again, Namo Buddhaya. Good morning to all of you. Yes, now I will begin my talk on Buddhist heritage of Telangana. You all know that in 2014, the erstwhile combined Andhra Pradesh was divided into two states in Telangana and the residual Andhra Pradesh. Last time, I think we have finished on Andhra Pradesh. Now we are moving to this part of the country, that is Telangana. You all know that Telangana, the land of the Telugus, is Telangana. Has very interesting name that it even still continues, and everybody who were born on this land have that self-esteem of yes, we are the Telugus like that. And yes, in this part of the country, the history or archaeological evidences go back to what to call is out of Africa. We have got many prehistoric sites, rock art sites, then followed by what to call Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic, Megalithic, and what to call the continuity of the present day history goes back to early history, at least 4th, 5th centuries BC, even before Ashoka. Here were some Janapadas, people were ruling, they were in Republican state and they issued coins, and there were small principalities, cities, and Kotilingala in Karimnagar district was the first capital city of both the states. It goes to at least 3rd century BC, and archaeological remains show that the site, the earliest capital of Asaka country, was associated with Buddhism. That is one part. Yes. Now, when did Buddhism reach this part of the country? Is according to a story. We have got that Bavari story in Sutta Nipata of in Parayanavaka of Sutta Nipata. Sutta Nipata, you all know, it is part of Tripitaka. Then it says, there was a sage on an island located amidst Godavari river, and that sage, for a cause, wanted to know some solution for one of his problems. Then he has 16 disciples. All those 16 disciples were sent to the Buddha, who was at that time at Shravasti. Then these people took a route. Now, at the moment, what happens is the present day, in the sense, the erstwhile Karimnagar, Nizamabad, these two Adilabad districts form part of Asaka Janapada. That was a Janapada that is ruled by themselves. It is a republican state. That Asaka Janapada's capital was Bodhan. Present in Nizamabad district, we have Bodhan. Bodhan was a very ancient town. It also served as capital city for in later days for Vemulavada Chalukyas. Like that, what happened? Bodhan, it was being ruled by a king, and that king also was staunch supporter of Buddhism. I will tell in the later. Yes, this Bavari sent 16 of his disciples to meet the Buddha and find out solution for his problem. These went, met the Buddha, and they learned they heard the Buddha's discourses. They were very much convinced. Out of the 16 disciples, 15 disciples wanted to stay there itself. No, we are not going to come again to Asaka country, because the Buddha's wonderful message, we will not go there. They were convinced to be the followers of the Buddha, and they got they became arhants. One of them, Pingia by name. He said, no, our teacher Bavari sent us here to know to learn Dhamma, and again to know the cause for his problem. So he wanted to go back. Pingia comes back and he meets Bavari, and he enlightens him about the Dhamma. Then he also becomes a convinced Buddhist. Yeah, that is the story. In the sense, during the lifetime of the Buddha, Buddha's Dhamma reached Telangana. There is clear-cut evidence. Simultaneously, what happened at the same time, Bodhan was the capital city of the Asaka Janapada, the present-day Telangana. Then there was a king. That king was also inclined to learn about Buddha and learned about Buddha. Then he wanted to adopt the faith as his own faith, as a state faith. Then Mahakachayana, the immediate disciple of after Sariputta and Moggallana, the next place was Mahakachayana. Mahakachayana, one of the important disciples of the Buddha, gave ordination to Bodhan king. Now, this is the second evidence. During the lifetime of the Buddha, Buddhism reached to Telangana country. Then after that is that in historical context, Asoka, actually the Tooth Relic Dantapura story is over. Then actually pre-Shatavahana period mein, Asoka's patronage was there. Asoka sent his missionaries, then he built stupas, but unfortunately, we couldn't find any stupa built by Asoka in Telangana. In future, we may come across, but at the same time, it was under his rule, and Buddha's Dhamma was, in the name of Dhammalipi, were infused into his proclamations or edicts or inscriptions. And we have inscriptions in undivided Andhra Pradesh, in which Telangana was part of it. It means that during the rule of Asoka Maurya in 3rd century BC, there was Buddhism in Telangana. After that is pre-Asokan. Soon after Asoka, there were again small principalities came up in Telangana. But one such kingdom, we really don't know the name of the kingdom, but there were 4 kings, Narana, Govada, Samagopa, Kamavaya. These were post-Asokan pre-Satavahana, that is around 2nd, 3rd century, 2nd century BC. They ruled from Kotalangala. There is a fortification. We have got Buddhist stupa, Chaitya. All evidences are there. They issued coins, and on the coins they marked, punched Bodhi Vruksha. That is clear-cut evidence that they were followers of the Buddha. So it is again pre-Asokan. Yes, during the Asokan period, we all know that Satavahanas ruled. Originally, it was capital city. Satavahanas origined from Kotilingala in Telangana only. After that, they went to Pratishthan. After that, they went to Nasik. After that, again, they came to close to a city called Kondapur near Sangareddy. Kondapur is a very big, huge Buddhist site, 105 acres nowadays. Only we excavated 5 acres. Then it is a huge Buddhist site, and that Buddhist site also clearly reveals that during the Satavahana period, Telangana adopted Buddhism. There are more than 70 to 80 archaeological sites datable to Satavahana period are there. They testify the popularity of Buddha's Dhamma in Telangana. Yes, Kondapur was also considered as the capital city of the Satavahana Emperor Hala, who composed Gada Saptasati in 1st century AD. And one more interesting thing is that Gunantya, his minister, also composed Bruhat Kada. The wonderful plethora of folk stories is known as Bruhat Kada, which was later translated into Sanskrit by Somadeva Suri in 4th century AD. So what I mean to say is, up to 1st century AD, now we have come, right from Buddha's this thing. After that, what happened? Soon after Satavahanas, Ikshvakus came to rule. Their capital city was Sri Parvata Vijaypuri. It was at Nagarjunakonda. During that point of time, we know that there were many sites in Telangana, Nyalakondapalli in Khammam. Then again, there were Panigiri in Suryapet district present day. Then afterwards is that many such sites, Nagaram, Vardhamana Kota, many sites of Ikshvaku period were also there in Telangana. Yes, that is 3rd century AD. Next is Vishnu Kundins. Yes, Vishnu Kundins started ruling from Hyderabad, not the present Hyderabad, but the outskirts is Kisaragutta is a place where from the Vishnu Kundins, a dynasty which originated from Telangana itself, have ruled. They ruled up to Narmada and in south up to Penna. Then the whole of land was under their control. In the beginning, up to some 3 or 4 kings, they were staunch Buddhists. For example, I will tell you one Govinda Raja, the very first king of the founder of the Vishnu Kundan king was Buddhist, and in Hyderabad there is a place called Chaitanyapuri. We have got Govinda Raja inscription, Prakrit inscription of Govinda Raja. It mentions that there exists Govinda Raja Vihara, 4th century AD. So Hyderabad history goes back to 4th century AD, 1600 years back. So then Vishnu Kundi, after that, Tummalgudem. In Nalgonda district, there is a place called Tummalgudem on the right bank of Mushi River, and where we have got an extensive Buddhist site, and its name is Parama Mahadevi Bhattarika Vihara. It was mentioned in copper plate inscriptions recovered from that particular place. So here, I mean to say that Buddhism continued even as people's religion up to 5th century AD. Then there was a what to call a setback. Why setback? Because Saivism gained ground, and there were no people to encourage Buddhism. So in that way, what happened was from 4th century onwards, there were stray incidents and sites which associated with Buddhism, but Buddhism started losing ground. That is the very brief history. But, however, we have got the tantric form of Buddhism was here and there is seen, where we have got evidences of tantric images found in Warangal district. After that, we have got Buddha images continued at Kolanapaka, though it is a Jain site. We have got Buddha image, beautiful Buddha image, we will see. Then, inscriptions also mention about Buddhism. That Bekkalu inscription of Mallireddy, he mentions that I encourage Setusamaya, that is Vaishnavism, Shaivism, Jainism, and Buddhism. He encouraged all the four, and he built a temple to Buddha Bhagavan. It is also mentioned in the inscription. And Karimnagar inscription of Gangadhara of the 11th century says that he has established a temple for the Buddha at a place called Pattashala near Karimnagar. So all these things clearly reveal that Buddhism entered to Telangana in 4th century during the lifetime of the Buddha, continued to be the religion of the people up to 4th century AD. After that, with the what we call flourishing state of the other religions like Shaivism and Vaishnavism, it slowly started losing ground. From 7th, 8th centuries onwards, only Jainism started to make its presence in Telangana. After 1,000 years of Buddhism entered into this land, Jainism started its own way. So this is very brief account of Buddhism. Yes, now I am going to the slides. Is that this is the Bavari story. There was a sage by name Bavari, and the story is very simple, that he was living on an island. He was giving, he's a great man in donation, and every day he donates whatever he receives, again he donates. And on one day, one Brahmin came to him. That Brahmin asked for donation. He said that I exhausted everything in the morning. I have nothing to give to you. Please wait for tomorrow. I will donate you tomorrow. And that man got very angry, and he cursed him that your head will be broken into 1,000 pieces. That was mentioned there. But they say philosophical meaning is totally different. Then this man got agony, and he said, "Oh, why? How I should get?" Yes, you see, this Bavari was saying that no, this is a great problem for me. I am not able to understand. My dear students, go to the Buddha. Please ask a solution for myself and bring that solution to me. This was enacted like a small play. Yes, you all know that they all went to meet the Buddha. Then Asaka Janagantrika, this chief, as I said earlier, yes, Bhavari's disciples again came back, and he became convinced Buddhist is the story that narrated in Sutta Nipata. Then again, what I said, chief of Asaka country, the king, was adopting Buddhism by Mahakachyayana. This is the second evidence I am showing you. Then Kotilingala is a very beautiful site. You all know that Kotilingala. Can you notice this last top is a fortification, very beautiful fortification of 4th century BC. It is very interesting. Earliest capital city of both the states, from Kotilingala in Karimnagar district. And down to it is, you notice that there is Chaichagraha. I also participated. I was in the peak, the middleman. Then here what happens, we got many number of coins, pottery, etc., which reveals that it is stupa site. And we have got coins. On the coins, fortunately, we have got Bodhi Vruksha. Yes, this is Buddha Pada. Can you notice the left one, right one is part of broken Buddha Pada? It clearly reveals that by 3rd century BC, there was worship of the Buddha in the form of Buddhapadas. It clearly, yes, these all are the antiquities that we recovered from Kotilingala, which is a Buddhist site, which was a capital city, which is a trade center, which was a what we call an urbanized center. Like that, what happens is it was in Buddhism was in well state of flourish, receiving support from not only the kings, not only the nobles, not only the traders, by even the common man. Yes, these are some of this is my own hand. When I was there excavating that site, you find many number of antiquities datable to Satavahana period. Yes, this is also, yeah, Irinia, Ghariniya. Yes, what happens is Ghariniya. So there are some of the inscriptions recorded from Naga Gopi Nikaya, the last lengthy one. Like that, 3rd century, 1st century BC, AD inscriptions are also there. And this is another site we call near Pedapalli. We have got a beautiful site called Dhulikatta. Dhuli means mud, Katta means fort. So there is a mud fortification. My submission to all the participants is that Megasthenes in his Indica in 3rd century BC mentions that the Andhre, in the sense Andhra people, including Telangana, have 30 walled cities. 30 walled cities, that is fortifications. This is one among those 30, and we can probably say that this belongs to 3rd century BC. And at the same time, there was a very huge Buddhist stupa. Now you can see a stupa, which is in excavations, clearly proves that yes, excavations were in clear this thing. This is Mahastupa. We got remains of a relic casket. Then you can see Mahastupa, Viharas, wells, Roman coins, Panchmarked coins, Satavahana coins, a bronze icon of Hariti. Hariti, you all know, that is a very wonderful story that I will tell you in the next thing. Here, again, I say that since it is a very huge stupa, it means that it was the center of Buddhist learning, etc. Yes, this is now, at the moment, you can see fully a part of sculptural panels are there, and thing is that since it is little away from the main road, Hyderabad to Kottagudem, that not Kottagudem, Hyderabad to Godavarikani, it is from Pedapalli, we have to go interior. There are not facilities, hence it is not a popular site. Yes, now kindly look at it, Satavahana coins, Roman gold coins, and there is a palace, because as I said, it is a fortification. It acted as a capital city. Then you find that here below the coins of left side, you find remains of fortification. And after Keniche, you have got Vihara, continuously cells for monastic Buddhist monks. That is a great monastery. And here you notice that Nagamuchalinda panel is there, which was used to decorate the drum portion of the stupa. You all know Nagamuchalinda and its story. Then here there is a stupa, small stupa motif. So all it means that there flourished not only that Buddhist Dhamma alongside Buddhist architecture and Buddhist art, which they then called as Amaravati phase of art, which is so dynamic, so beautiful. Yes, here, and there is also an inscription of a name donated by one Upasaka. Can you notice this Nagamuchalinda is endowed with, on the top there is an umbrella, that is a chhatra, that is what we call a parasol, we call it as chhatrapati bolte na. I saw this was also regarded equal to the Buddha, because it only protected Siddhartha Gautama before his enlightenment from a heavy storm created by Indra, to see that Buddha, Siddhartha never becomes the Buddha. So all the Buddhists venerate the Nagamuchalinda as equal to the Buddha. On the right side, you find that Buddhist art was slowly in what we call is developing. So these are some of the, yes, as I mentioned earlier, this is Hariti. What is Hariti? Hariti and Panchara are couple. They were living during the lifetime of the Buddha. Then this lady has a fascination. She also has a baby, but she has a fascination to what we call is for the benefit of her child. She steals away the children of the other people, brings them over here, keep in the house so that his boy will be playing with all these things. She does with that intention, but what happened was the parents or the mothers who lost their children, who were not able to find their children, were in a bitter state of sadness and sorrow. That was the thing that happened. Then, all of a sudden, what happened? All the women who lost their children and were stolen by Hariti approach Buddha. Buddha says that, yes, now, please don't worry, don't bother. All your children will come back. Please do one thing. What you have to do is, Hariti has a son. You please keep that son away for little time. Keep him in a safe custody. Then what happened? These people took away the boy from her, in the sense when she was not there, going for stealing the children. Then what happened? Soon after, she returns to home. Hare, where is my son? She didn't see her son. She started crying, oh, making hue and cry. And she again approached the Buddha. My dear Buddha, I am in sorrow. What is your reason for your sorrow? Buddha asked. No, I lost my son. How can I live without my son? No, no, no. He is so dear to my heart. Then Buddha says, Hariti, I will give you your son. Don't be in sad state. But listen to me. What did you do? You got all the children of your neighboring houses and you kept them locked in your room, and you are not letting them go. Just it is only for your son's pleasure. You see, you are now weeping, crying, just because you lost your son. Not lost, you are not able to see your son. Same is the case with many mothers. You see, those are the mothers waiting for their son to return. They are again in sorrow, like how you are crying. Then she realized, oh, I did a mistake. It is my ignorance. No, I will let all the children to their respective mothers. So you see, Buddha has got a wonderful skill. That skill is known as skill in means, Upaya Kausalya. He knows the problem and he also knows the solution. Like that, Biharitis culture for the first time in entire South India is the earliest that is recovered from Dhulikata again at Telangana. Yes, the credit goes to Telangana. After that, we have got Hariti temples at many places in Nagarjunakonda, in Sankaram, in Andhra, at many places. Yes, now, yes, these are some of the things. You please look at on the right side, there is an Ikshini, or a contemporary lady of Telangana. How so beautiful that lady is, that is one part. Then you see the decorations on her part, and we can imagine how fashionable these women of that place was. How do we know? Because of they were carved on panels that are encased to the stupa. And here you can also notice lines, etc., on the capital of a pillar. It means that we also have Buddhist art flourished here on par with Western caves, on par with the Sanchi, on par with your Barhut. So, alongside of the Songa art, Amaravati School of Art in Telangana also flourished. Yes, we got Dhulikata, as I mentioned earlier, is a capital city, and we got seals and ceilings of the royal insignia. We have got coins of what we call Gautami, Putta, Sataka, Nisa. Then again, we have got many number of ceilings also, which means that it is a royal seat. Next, this is Kondapur, as mentioned earlier. It is very close to Hyderabad, close to Sangareddy. Very huge site is Kondapur. We got, you can see that there is a Chaityagraha, there is a stupa, and we got underground chambers, and very huge Chaitya was also there. Like that, what I mean to say, it was a very, very extensive Buddhist site. You see that big Chaitya, here one stupa, and here you can see monks on one panel. Then here is Buddhapada. Yes, this is Buddhapada. All are on display at Kondapur Museum. Now, whenever you come back, if there are some Telangana people among the participants, I request you kindly visit Kondapur. Yes, these are some of the again you find one more Hariti there. One more Hariti. She has a tie in her hand. You see, what a beautiful, everything was there. On this side, you see, Bodhisattva. Bodhisattvas, the Dakshinavarta case is there, some are used and decorated. And next is that there is another site called Munula Gutta. What is it? Munula Gutta. That is the hill of the saints. Who are those saints? They are none other than the Buddhist monks. And they used to live so naturally. They do not want any, what to call, comfort, etc. They made the natural rock as their bed. Can you notice the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rock beds are there? It is known as Munula Gutta. And why I am affiliating it is dated to 1st century BC. Then Sakya Muni, we call Siddhartha as Sakya Muni. And in Japan, they call him as Sakamuni, Sakamuni, Sakamuni. That is Sakya Muni. Now, I think there is justification. This belongs to Buddhist faith only. Nearby, there are 10 Buddhist sites. Hence, it is a Buddhist one. Yes, can you notice that? How the natural cave was used and the bottom was fashioned like beds. And here there is Tambalapalli, Peshigaon, etc., where you find beautiful Buddhist stupas were there. But unfortunately, this site is inundated in Pochampalli project and it was translocated to Karimnagar Museum. There is an inscription of the Buddhist faith which reveals that the name of Hakusiri. Hakusiri is son of Satakarni. It is very interesting. Nasi cave inscription, he was also mentioned there. But here in Telangana, we got a separate inscriptions belonging to that man in 1st century BC. Very interesting. Yes, these are some of the antiquities located from a Buddhist site called Gisukonda. It is on the way to Narsampet from Warangal. There is a very extensive Buddhist site. Actually, there is a hill. That hill is known as Narsimha Kshetra. But at the bottom, it is please remind, all the Narsimha Kshetras are 100% Buddhist sites because they converted them. Then here, there is a site in the name of Yudham Reddy. His name is Yudham Reddy. We excavated. I also participated in 1995 and 6. Then we have excavated and we got Bodhisattva site there, which clearly reveals that the site belongs to Buddhism. And almost all these terracottas are coeval with the Kondapur. Yes, this is the brick. 60 centimeters in length, 2 feet in length, Gopalaipalli. It is near Narketpalli. We have got a vihara. So wherever we go in Telangana, we have got evidences. This is Devanigutta. Yes, again, one more interesting piece of information that I am furnishing to the benefit of the participants is that you please go to Mulug. Mulug is on the route to your Ramappa temple, Mulug. From Warangal to Mulug is 60 kilometers. From there, on the right side, you have got a place called Devanigutta. You have to go by walk. And in the forest, there is a beautiful temple. And at the temple, you notice this is the Buddhist pillar of Satavahana times, 2000 years old. Very, very, very interesting. It is a very new site. Yes, again, Chada. We have that Chada Suresh Reddy, and earlier one MP was there from Warangal. His place is called Chada. Chada is very close to Yadagiri Gutta. On the Yadagiri Gutta is the right side to the road. This is on the left side. While you go to Modhkur, you find Chada on the road itself. While a farmer was tilling his land, he come across a beautiful image of the Buddha, a parasol, that is an umbrella, limestone umbrella, which was decorated on the top of a stupa, and at the bottom you find many number of panels. It clearly reveals that it was a Buddhist site. Yes, we got like this, and he kept on the grass bed. Finally, the archaeology department people shifted to the Nalgonda Museum. Yes, again, there is one more Buddhist site came up at Padzuru. Near Nalgonda, we have got an ancient temple town called Pangal. And Pangal, you have got a very extensive tank called Uday Samudra. And next to it, on the right, what we call is towards National Highway, we have got a site, and the site was excavated by Department of Archaeology, wherein we got the Chaitya, Stupa, relics of, not relics of the Buddha, but remains of a Buddhist arama. Yes, these are the antiquities recovered from that sites, which clearly reveals that it is a Buddhist site 100%. Yes, these are again terracotta pieces, Ikshwakus. Now, we finished. There are many Satavahana sites, even Thanigiri was a Satavahana site, because the Ikshwaku phase 1. Ikshwakus, they say they have got a lineage of very long, that is a routine thing. But they started ruling from Nagarjunakonda, and during this period, we have got good number of Buddhist sites flourished in Telangana along with Nagarjunakonda. To name a few, Eleswaram, which is again in the reservoir of Nagarjuna Sagar. Then you have got Fanigiri, you have got Vardhamanakota. Then many sites are there. Yes, this is a very beautiful site of Fanigiri. It is near Tirumalagiri in Suryapet district on a hill, an extensive Buddhist sites located in 16 acres. So you see Mahastupa, Vihara, and Chaityas, Stupas, votive stupas. Then again, every Buddhist structure is there. Yes, you can see now all the floors were rammed, they were laid with lime, there are staircases, and we got many number of Buddhist remains. This is pillared hall, Sela Mandapa. Yes, the entire Buddhist site looks like this. There is a Sela Mandapa, all around we have Vihara, that is cells for the monks. Here also one more Sela Mandapa to give ordination, and there are stupas and chaityas, and we got Buddha Padas. This is Mahastupa. I fortunately associated with the excavations at the site for 4 field seasons. This is, I would like to draw your kind attention that Siddhartha, when he left his house or palace, so in search of truth, he moves out in the streets of Kapilavastu. He come across as 4 incidents, that is 4 encounters or 4 nimittas. We say that these Siddhartha encounters, yet down you see a sick man. Again, he come across a Buddhist monk. When he again comes across a beggar, then finally a dead person. In one panel, all the 4 nimittas are there in this culture. This is unique culture. Nowhere in entire Indian context we come across. We have individual. This is the specialty of Fanigiri. Yes, again, here you can also see when Buddha was giving discourse, many people cutting across their what you call their hierarchy, whatever it may be, kings, queens, and nagas, everything are coming and listening to him. Yes, this is a bodhisattva. And this is again what we call that one of the Jatakas. So Panigiri is a very well flourished state center along with the Buddhist Arama, and the art that flourished here it is excelling Amaravati and Nagarjunakonda. I am not at all hesitating to say that it excelled both the arts. So the climax of Amaravati School of Art you can find at Fanigiri. My dear participants, I am requesting you kindly visit Fanigiri. Next time I will be your guide and interpreter. Yes, here you see, people are donating. Whenever we donate, we give dana, we pour some water. So that is what we call very interesting thing. Na? Very interesting. This is seen at Fanigiri. And here you can see Buddha. Here it is Bodhisattva. Here it is the Buddha. The distinction. And here what happens was the day before, as I mentioned earlier, Siddhartha wanted to move out. His father notices that I think this boy is not what to call enjoying this thing. He wants to move. Anyhow, I want to keep him here. Not the same story is here. Yes, here again one medallion for the first time. We found a small linear drawing of Chakravartin at Jagaipeta in Andhra, but here a full-fledged Chakravartin ka Saptaratana. Chakravarti and his 7 jewels concept is enunciated. Mahachakravati Sutra is there enunciated by the Buddha. And here, very interesting is that on the left side you have a panel wherein the great departure is shown at the bottom, and at the middle you have got what we call, they are requesting Bodhisattva, and on the top you see that when Siddhartha left his house and went to the forest in search of truth, he cuts his tuft, and that tuft is that hair knot. They are taking to heaven, the devas. And this is a very beautiful panel. Once it was stolen and got it back. Now it is in Metropolitan Museum, US. Now it is there. Kindly visit Metropolitan Museum. Special Buddhist exhibition going on. And after a month, it goes to Seoul in South Korea. Then here on the right side, the biggest statue of lime of Bodhisattva recovered from Panigiri, and similar statues were also recovered at Nalanda in Bihar. Here, this is the Bodhisattva image sculpture. These are some of the pieces that were recovered. And these are most beautiful panels that we are safeguarding in one village, one of the houses at Panigiri. And here you can notice that there is a very rare inscription called Dharma Chakra Prasasti Shasana. On one of the pillars, this is Dharma Chakra. It holds Dharma Chakra. Dharma Chakra, we all know. And in that it says that it is so great, as great, and it is so great than the chakra held by Vishnu, the chakra held, Dhwaja held by Siva. Like that, it mentions for the first time. Krishna's reference comes from a Buddhist side. Very interesting. Yes, this is again, as mentioned you, Eliswaram, contemporary. On the other side of River Krishna, you have got on right side Nagarjunakonda, on the left side Eliswaram. Eliswaram was also excavated. You can notice that during the excavation, we find Buddhist pillars, Sila Mandapa, then brick walls and stupa, chaitya, everything was excavated at Eliswaram. Unfortunately, it was documented, but it is in under the waters only. Yes, at Nagarjunakonda. Why I am showing Nagarjunakonda is because of the Vishnu Kund's capital city and the Buddha statue you are there. Yes, what we did was, yes, Telangana has a very hoary past. We built this what we call Buddhavanam at Nagarjuna Sagar in 274 acres, thanks to one Upasaka Anjaney Reddy sir. He was chairman, Telangana to up the then AP Tourism Development Corporation. He acquired land, commissioned the project, and completed up to 2006. After that, what happened was it received serious setback. And soon after government of Telangana formed, Mr. Mallepalli Lakshmaya, you all know that he was vice chairman of JAC and co-chairman of JAC, and he was appointed as special officer. And now I am also associated since its beginning, and now as Buddhist expert consultant. It's a very beautiful Buddhist heritage theme park, and Lakshmayaji took a lot of interest in getting money for the project. Now it is a world-class Buddhist heritage theme park at Nagarjuna Sagar. You notice that on all three sides you have got waters, hills, chain of hillocks, so beautifully done. Like that, this is the Mahastupa that we have created, recreating Amaravati School of Art at Nagarjunakonda. Yes, hundreds of panels were used to decorate these things. These were again using more than 1,000 sculptors. This is so beautiful. Yes, now move to Nelakondapalli. Nelakondapalli is a very biggest stupa. It is located exactly amidst Koda town and Khammam town. This is again place of birth of Bhakta Ramadas. You notice that this is a Buddhist stupa of Satavahana times, Ikshvaku times, and Vishnu Kundin times. Do you know? The local people call it as Virat Ras Gadya. That is, they are associated with Mahabharata. So, people without having any knowledge on Buddhism, Buddhist sites, etc., they believe and they worship it as Virat Ras in during rainy season. When we started excavating from 78 onwards, very huge stupa was laid bare. Now it is developed like a wonderful Buddhist temple complex. We got 9 Buddha images, and one Buddha image is now in Metropolitan Museum. Like that, in one at Sarajing Museum, one at State Museum, like that. Beautiful site. Now you see at the backdrop, with the backdrop of the Buddhist monks' presence there, we have got the Nelakondapalli Stupa. Please visit this also. Yes, from Nelakondapalli, beautiful images of the Buddha, beautiful scale models of the Stupa were also recovered from excavations. And here you also notice that all these things. And here, very recently in Khammam district, when some food for work was being taken up in a tank to desilt, and all of a sudden what happened, these workers do not know that there was Buddhist treasure trove in the name of Buddha images. They immediately, what happened, they were digging by the hits of the crowbars. they were broken. Since it is a treasure trove, they were kept nearly 1.5 years in police station. Now they are under the custody of what we call government of Telangana. Now I see, if we carefully explore, survey, we can get many more such Buddhist sites from Telangana. Yes, this is again Gazalabanda, very close to Fanigiri. We have got on the hill. This is also a hill monastery. Beautiful Buddhist site of the Ikshwaku period. Here in Tirumalagiri, you will wonder to know that this is a beautiful piece of base of the chhatra, that is umbrella of a stupa. This was brought over by the local man, and that man has built his wall of a house. This is at the basement level of a house. So they don't know. They say that it is a stone freely available. They made use of it. Again, Nagaram is a very wonderful place. You know that the present day power minister, Mr. Jagdishwar Reddy is there, na? It is his native place. It is a Buddhist site, very interesting Buddhist site. Next is Vardhaman Kota, so beautiful. Vardhaman Kota on the bank of river Bikeru in again Nalgonda district. We've got a beautiful image of Buddha. Yes, you see, this is a panel that we recovered from Vardhaman Kota. What a beautiful art that was seen on this panel. I mean to say, here is Buddhism gave freedom of thought, Buddhism gave freedom to sculptors, whatever they want to express their creative zeal. And lastly, you notice that this they worship as Shivalinga. It is not at all Shivalinga. This is a Buddhist panel. It is half lotus medallion at the bottom. At the middle, there will be full lotus. On the top, again, half medallion will be repeated. This is a Buddhist pillar of a Sangha, but it was kept on a Shivalinga. The people, local people worship at Shivalinga. I said, my dear fellows, it is not Shivalinga. This is a Buddhist stupa. No, they don't hear it. Since ages we are doing, it is where near Suryapet, before we cross the river Krishna, Musi, on the right side, you have a place called Amanagal. Amanagal was the capital city of the Velamas, Padmanaikas. And later it was occupied by Musunuri Kapayanayakam. It played a great role during Kalyani Chalukyas, then Kanduri Cholas, then Kakatiyas, after that is Velamas, after that is Kammas. Like that, it played a great role. That was a historic place. But at that point of time, if we go to antiquity of that place, it was a Buddhist site. This is a clear-cut evidence. Then Vishnu Kundan sites are there. As I mentioned earlier, from Tamalgodi we have got Buddhist copper plate inscriptions, which gives a lot of Zorgan on Buddhist terminology, like that what to call Ashtadasha, Avesha, Ashtadasha, Avenika, like that, Buddha, Dasabala, many number of things are there. We got, this is from Nalakondapalli again, of the Vishnu period, 5th century BC. This is none other than your Avalokiteswara. Yes, in Hyderabad, as mentioned earlier, I just live in front of this Buddhist inscription rock in Chaitanyapuri. Now, you can see, this is Govindaraja Vihara of 385 AD. Wonderful. Near, at the bottom, 1, 2, 3. From the bottom, third, you see Govindaraja Vihara Gandhaka Sivarika Sela Samsad. Like, see, it means that they actually donated for Gandha, that is incense, then Chivara, the robes of the monks, etc., which clearly reveals that this is a Buddha. And over also you can see Podagiri Mahavihara. You can see that is Mahavihara. Automatically it reveals Buddhist stupa. And on the top, one more inscription is there, which we were not able to copy it. Yes, here at Korkonda. Yes, Singareni Galleries near Kottagudem. It is very famous. And William King, way back around 1850, he noticed archaeological remains in those areas. But in 1940s, this was reported as Buddhist site near Ashwaraupeta in Kottakonda. It is called as Karukonda Ramaram. So beautiful rock-cut images of Buddha are there in this place now. Mallepalli Lakshmanaji took a lot of interest, and he is developing with 20 lakhs of rupees given by Singareni Galleries. Please visit. This is the only rock-cut site in Telangana belonging to Buddhism. But in Andhra, we have got many. Here you see, this is a Buddhist stupa. Inside are these things. In the caves are also Buddha images. This is how the sad state of affairs that due to lack of maintenance, etc. Next, Rashtrakuta times. It is 8th century AD. You find this is a Buddha's Dhammachakra Pravartana. It is there symbolically represented. It is from Kolanupaka. Kolanupaka is a Jain site. It is Swaminatha temple, Veranarayana temple. It is a temple city. You have got 18 communities. Like that, what happens is we have got all these sites flourished in this part of the country. Next is, yes, we have got at Kolanupaka Buddha image. So how many people know it? Yes, we popularized, publicized that Kolanupaka alongside Jainism and Saivism. We have got what we call the Buddha image also datable to Rashtrakuta times, which is very interesting. Yes, again at Ippagudem, again from Janagam, we have to go to that place, Ippagudem. Yes, you can see Buddha image there. And again, Tara, so beautiful. This Buddha image belongs to Ikshvaku period, 3rd century AD, White Wala. Then on this side, you have got the Tara of the Rashtrakuta times, Buddha. Yes, this man, Mr. Reddy, Ratnakar Reddy, has brought to notice of the many. Yes, can you notice how beautiful the hairstyles are? The hairstyle is decorated, hairstyle at the back, so beautiful. And one more inscriptions were all, one more sculptures of Buddhism affiliation are also there. This is what I said, the 8th and 9th centuries AD at Devanigutta near Mulugu, as I shown earlier, a Buddhist pillar. And here the entire temple is built of stone bricks carved with images of Avalokiteshvara, even Ardhanarishvara, because Siva was considered as an incarnation of the Buddha. And in Nepal, they don't see any distinction between Siva and Buddha as we look at the Bodhanath temple. So these are Buddha images. Kakatiya times, we do not have any extant remains of the Kakatiya times except some inscriptions which mentions the existence of Buddha temple in Bekkallu. It is also close to Janagam. Yes, here it gives, here I will read out. Amaranga Shaiva Vaishnava Nijaruha Baudhamulaina E Setu Samayamulum. I have encouraged all this. Buddha is Malli like that. Yes, this is one of, there are 21 temples. Among these 21 temples might be Buddha, but there is no Buddha image in it. Yes, this is Tatikonda. You all know that Sardar Papa Rai or Sarvai Papa, who was there in Tatikonda in Station Kanpur, near Station Kanpur, it was a Buddhist site. Yes, in Pattasala, as I mentioned, near Karimnagar, one inscription refers to Buddha shrine. Yes, this is Gandharikota, Mancherial. Near Mancherial, you have got Keswaram cement factory. Next to factory is very big hillock. On the hillock, you have got rock-cut cells of Buddhism. Yes, I would like to thank the participants for your patient listening. Thank you so much. I will sum up that advent of Buddhism could be traced to the during the lifetime of the Buddha, and Buddhism was embraced by the chief of Asaka Janapada for ruling from Bodhan during the lifetime of the Buddha, and continue during pre-Asokan period, pre-Satavahana period, Ikshvaku period, Vishnupunam period, Rashtrakuta period, and after that also, up to the Kakatiya period, there was traces of evidences which we could postulate that Buddhism flourished up to 5th century AD, well flourished. After that, started receiving setback due to lack of patronage. But though there were, people's memory may, Buddha was there. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Reddy.
Thank you, Padre.
Yeah, for the insightful lecture about the Buddhist monuments and sites in Telangana state. Now we will open the forum for question and answers. If you have any questions, please raise your hand, or you can also post your question in the chat box.
Can you please read, sir? Shall I read? Can I read it, sir?
I can read, sir. I'm just waiting for the people to post their questions. I see here there is a compliment from Dr. Sanjay. Nice information. Thanks to the speaker.
Thank you, sir. And Buddha is, Dr. Sanjay Bulena, Buddha is known as Bhaishajya Guru. He is a doctor to the doctors.
If you have any questions, please raise your hand or post your question in the chat box. I see another compliment from Nalini Bagul. She says, thank you so much, sir, for sharing the great information.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
I see Ran's hand raised by Pankaj sir. Pankaj sir, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Pankaj ji, namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. Yeah, Namo Buddha, sir.
Namo.
Sir, question I have is, if we are planning of a India trip,
Sir.
and we wanted to visit the sites in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana,
Sir.
how much time should we reserve to do this so that we can see everything with leisure?
Yes, I will explain. I wrote a book called Buddhist Circuits in Andhra and Telangana. In the sense, there are two options. One is that in Andhra, there are two circuits. One is around Vijayawada. That is, you can visit Amaravati, then go to Guntupalli caves. Then from there, you can also go to straight away to Sankharam in near Visakhapatnam. From Visakhapatnam, you can visit Totlakonda, Vavikonda, Pavaralakonda, all those are in one line, Salihundam. So that means what I mean to say, at Vijayawada one day, you can finish all. And you can take a vehicle and proceed. En route, you can also visit. Next day, you can visit that what we call that Guntupalli caves. And from Guntupalli caves, you can move to Sankharam. And those two could be finished on that day. Stay overnight at Visakhapatnam. Next day, you can finish 3 to 4 sites in one day and take a flight back to Hyderabad. And from Hyderabad, take a vehicle. Tourism vehicles are available. They will take you to Nagarjunakonda, Nagarjuna Sagar, Buddhavanam, and from there you can straight away go to Nyalakondapalli, that huge Buddhist stupa. From there you can go to Fanigiri, such a beautiful sculptures. And these are the important things that you can do. I mean, 4 days, within 4 days you can finish all these things. I am available on all the 4 days with you.
Sadhu, 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 sir. We will be grateful to have your guidance and your company to visit these places. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I think Virendra Pratap ji.
Yes, Virendra Pratap ji, please ask your question.
Virendra ji.
Good morning to all. Good morning and for the organization of this nice session. And thank you very much, Reddy sir. I am pursuing my PG in Pali from Mumbai University, and I visited these sites in the month of February. It's really Fanigiri was in my this one, sir, in project for writing report. It's really very interesting. I could follow all these places what you instructed in during this PPT and that instruction. It's thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Really very interesting places to visit, and recently I visited Sri Lanka also during my period of study. That Mumbai University is organizing these trips, and it's really very beneficial and eye-opening for all of us in Buddhistic philosophy and teachings. Thank you very much.
Nice. Very nice to show you, sir. If you need any information from Fanigiri, I will send you that there is a wonderful book brought out by Mark Publications on Fanigiri.
Okay.
I will send you the PDF also.
Okay, sir. If it is possible, thank you very much, sir. No?
Yes, yes, sir. Send to Meshramji. He will onward transmit to you. Thank you.
Right, sir. Right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I see a question in the chat box. It says, can we have a similar lecture on Maharashtra, please? This was
Yes,
in,
yes. But I need little time because Maharashtra, Buddhism in Maharashtra, I know. But thing is that we have to, it is a very big topic. 101 cut caves are there, plain sites are there, and the art flourished like what we call Maharashtra Boleto. You come across all the caves, veteran rock cut caves. So it needs little bit of time. I can do it. But give me some 15 days time because lined up, my tours are lined up today from today onwards for next to up to some 1 week. After that, I will make a presentation beforehand. Dr. Sheetalji or Meshramji, I will talk to them. I will 15 days. After 15 days, I will do.
yeah, definitely, sir. Thank you. We will coordinate with Pankaj, sir, and we will be eager to listen you to again.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Please raise your hand. Yeah, I see a question in the chat box. It says, any remains in Karnataka?
Oh, huge. Karnataka. Kanaganahalli is there, Sannati is there, Banavasi is there, many Buddhist sites are there. That is again we can have. Buddhism in Karnataka is very interesting that it witnesses that great Mahayana phase. And yes, over a period of time, what happens is, sir, among the participants, we will list out from which state they are. I can make my presentations for the benefit of those participants pertaining Buddhism, pertaining to their states in sequence. We can do. It is a continuous thing. Give me a chance once in 15 days. So monthly 2 lectures on 2 different states.
Yeah, definitely.
Right now I have on Tamil Nadu, right now I have a wonderful presentation. But for the rest of the things I have to prepare. I will make it.
Yeah, sure, sir. We will look forward to it.
Sir.
Any other questions? Yeah, I see a comment from Tejas Ashwini again. Tamil Nadu will be interesting. Interesting.
Yes. Next time, as I promised, we will be doing that Maharashtra, Buddhism in Buddhist sites in Maharashtra. Why I am not talking about Buddhism, boleto, philosophical gleanings, that goes into totally different arena. That also I can speak, but I wanted to introduce the sites so that people will connect to the sites. Afterwards, in the second series of after 1 year like that, we can dwell upon the Buddhist philosophers like Acharya Nagarjuna, Arya Deva, Buddha Palita, Dharmakirti, all are Buddhist monks. Then we can, next time we will just look at very short 20 minutes presentation on Buddhist philosophers. Like that we can do. So here, Tamil Nadu ka hai, I will do it. But beforehand, I would like to do on Western rock cut Buddhist sites of Maharashtra, followed by Tamil Nadu, followed by Karnataka, like that. I will do, sir.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I see another comment in the chat box from Pavan Barney. He says, sir, if there are any relics found there of Lord Buddha or of any Arhant Banteji.
Where?
I think he means to say like
in general.
In general, yeah.
Yes. You all know that Buddha has opened a few. Asoka opened a few stupas and built 84,000 stupas enshrining holy relics. After that we come to know that we have got in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, in particularly Andhra Pradesh, we have got 19 sites with relics. We got evidences, relic caskets. And we wrote a book also in Telugu language. Then in Kanaganahalli you have got, in Vipravaha you have got, in Kapilavastu you have got, in Sanchi you have got. Sanchi means you have got very interesting things along with Buddhist holy relics in the main stupa. The stupa number 2 and 3 belong to the relics of Sariputta and Moggallana, the immediate disciples of the Buddha. Like that, there are studies. Whole Buddhist relic cascades bole to, you can get lot of information on these things so far published.
Sure. Thanks. Thank you, sir. I see hand raised by Virendra again. So Virendra, please unmute yourself and ask question.
Once again, I just wanted to draw your kind attention on Panigiri Museum, sir. Dr. Reddy, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Surely
I
you
only
must have.
shifted them. What happened was they were on the top. So what we call one theft occurred. After that, I only shifted them from top to the bottom, and they are largely named house, but they are. It is not what we call as per the norms of the archaeology. Now, government of Telangana wants to construct a museum immediately and display properly.
Yes, that's what I just wanted, sir. Thank you very much. It's need to be taken attention, yes, because it's very congested, and building also it is in dilapidated condition, sir.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Yes, sir. It's good
Recently,
effort, sir.
last week we were there, and the secretary is also very particular. Now it will be taken up.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, sir. Right.
You, sir.
It's a very nice initiative taken by the Telangana government overall.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks again. I don't see any questions as of now, so we will. I think we can take this session. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, Pankaj sir, please go ahead.
Living Dhamma.
Sir, yes, sir. So one more question, sir.
Sir.
Is there any particular site where you found Buddha relics in Andhra Pradesh or Karnataka? Was there any stupa built out of those 7 kingdoms that kind of also got the relics here?
Yes, I will tell you. Thing is that the relics soon after the demise of the Buddha, the relics were in great demand. There was a war for relics also among Kolyas and Lichavis, etc. Then one Brahmin by name Dona, he wanted, Buddha propounded the middle path. Why are you going for war? Please come, I will settle your problem. Then he distributes the holy relics to the 8 republican states, and he keeps for himself one small piece. Then that tooth came over to Dantapura in Andhra Pradesh. That is the story. Then after that, we have got 2 holy relics from Amaravati and Nagarjunakonda. That is Jena Dhatu Vara Parigahitasa. There is an inscription in Nagarjunakonda. Jena means Buddha. Dhatu Vara Parigahitasa. We have received the holy relics of the Buddha and enshrined in the stupa. It is mentioned in one of the inscriptions of Shanti Siri, Adavi Shanti Siri, who built that one. And many are there. From Bavikonda, we got holy relics of Lord Buddha, which is now on display in State Museum, that can also be visited by you during your next visit. Then in Kanaganhalli, holy relics were recovered. Sannati holy relics were recovered in Karnataka. So like that, that is exclusively a wonderful subject. I have got valuable information on holy relics of entire India. DC Ahir has worked on it also earlier. Many things are there. So there are many sites, not one, many.
Sadhu, 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 sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Thank you, sir. Sir, I have one question. It's not related to any excavation or Buddhist sites, but we see a very big Buddha statue in Hussain Sagar in Hyderabad.
Yes,
so
yes,
could
yes.
you shed some light on it?
Yes, very recently I wrote an article on N.T. Ramarao, who was responsible for it. N.T. Ramarao was former chief minister. He is no more now. He was a matinee idol, cine actor, became chief minister of Andhra Pradesh. He has got a very fascinating idea that he visited New York, and he was taken by his friends to Liberty Statue. And at the Liberty Statue, he saw that a huge expanse of water body. Amidst the water body, there is a very huge Statue of Liberty. Why can't we have similar one in Hyderabad? Hyderabad has a huge lake, man-made lake by name Hussain Sagar. There was also a rock. On the truck, can we plan? He started thinking during his visit in New York, and he came back and he visited Nagarjuna Sagar. He wanted to have it there. But instead of having at Nagarjuna Sagar, if it is done at Hyderabad, every day it is a tourist spot. Every day, thousands of people will look at that statue and get inspired of Buddha's Dhamma. That was his idea. So he ordered our Guru, Ganapati Stapati, was made in charge of the chief architect, and they brought a huge stone from Yadgiri Gutta. Then it was shipmented to now to what we call is now where Ambedkar statue was done in Hyderabad, the biggest Ambedkar. There was a workshop. That stone came out there. They chiseled, carved out, and again being transported to erect on the rock in the Hussain Sagar. Its name is Gibraltar Rock. While it is being transported, due to imbalance, it drowned in the waters and stayed there for 2 years. 2 years in the waters, Buddha statue. After that, with the Japanese technology, they got it back and re-erected on the Hussain Sagar Lake. This was very interesting. It happened in 1989. It went into it, and again in 92, it was erected. So this is the story behind it. It is 53 feet height stone statue and 35 feet pedestal on which Buddha's life story, then his message and Jarka stories, etc., or how we come across visiting a historical site. Similarly, Buddhist art was also displayed there.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for that information.
Thank you.
I see a comment from Virendra Pratap. He is requesting for the presentation, if that can be shared. So yeah,
Yes,
definitely, Virendra Pratap ji.
Yes. This I will send to, I think it is on the mail, or I will send through mail to Meshram ji, and they can, no copyright for this, everybody can have it, please.
Yeah, sure. So Virendra Pratap ji,
Gratitude, sir. Yeah, thank you very much.
So Buddha Vachana, he never kept a copyright for his enormous knowledge panna. He gave it on free. So one should not have that copyright.
Sure. So please join the WhatsApp group. The link is shared in the chat box. There you can get all the links and the presentation of this lecture.
Thank you, sir.
I don't see any more questions from the participants. So I think we can take the session towards the conclusion.
Yes,
So
yes.
thank you very much, Dr. Reddy, for your time, and it was great information and also very insightful. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
yeah,
And I once again apologize for delay in joining the program. I'm sorry. Then
No,
I am thankful
no
for
problem.
giving opportunity to Meshramji and others, Patilji, and many more people, Sunilji. So thank you so much, all the participants, for giving your valuable time. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
We are also very much grateful, sir, for your time.
Next time is that Buddhist sites and monuments of Maharashtra. Next time, after 15 days. Thank you.
Sure, definitely we can plan on it.
Yes, I will be in touch with Dr. Sheetal ma'am.
Sure. Yeah,
Thank
thank you. Before closing the session, I have 2 announcements to make. So we have a special talk on Ana Buddha Vihara. It's an Zoom online session. As per the India time, Sunday 30th, 8:30 p.m. And USA, 11 a.m. EST. The topic is an effort to understand the concept of wealth and investment as seen in Pali literature. And the speaker is Ms. Trupti Rani Taide, Assistant Professor, Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Pune, India. And I have one more announcement to make, which is a series in the month of August. We will have a 4-week lecture series, and it will be given by Ayya Dhammadina. So to get more insights, on this, I will play a small video. Just a minute. I hope you can see my screen. So please join Living Dhamma session next week, on the 4-week lecture series by Ayya Dhammadina. That's all for today's session. So Pankaj sir, do you have any comments to make?
No, Sunil, we can take the session to conclusion. I just wanted to say we are grateful and much gratitude to Siva Reddy sir for his insightful talks, and we would invite him again to conduct those talked about sessions, and we will have those series again, like we tried to do here, as per his availability. We will do that.
Sure.
So watch out for that too. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
Much gratitude to you, sir. Yeah. Thank you, Reddy sir.
Yeah. Thanks again, Dr. Reddy sir. I think we can